So in the past 2 months, a lot of content creators have been making their Championship 1 to 24, 21-22 season predictions. I myself being one of those content creators. And people will go around, which table do you side with the most? Which table was the best? But if we took that competition out of it and combined a lot of content creators' predictions, what would be the ultimate Championship table formed? That is what we're doing today. So today I'm getting 11, that is right, 11 different Championship tables for the 21-22 season, and I've combined their average points to make average positions for all 24 Championship teams. And the table formed is very interesting, it's very different to what my original 21 to 24 table was. If you guys like what you see, you want to see more of these statistical videos, please give the video a like, it does tremendously help. Let's go for 20 likes in this video, that would be terrifically appreciative. If you have not hit that subscribe button, please do so, it does help. And please share this channel to as many people as you can, all that really helps. But without any further ado, let's start revealing the ultimate Championship table. So before I start revealing the table, I'm going to say the content creators involved are Thogden, Thogdad, James Lawrence Alcott, Benjamin Bloom, Hitc Sport, Blackburn Rovers, Ben HD, the 2 admins of the Championship Away Fans Instagram account, Matt SB, and yours truly. And that makes 11 different tables. And what I'm doing, if you predict a team to finish first, that's 1 point. If you predict a team to finish 24th, that's 24 points. Most points being the bottom place, the least points being the first place. So let's start revealing the table. In 24th place, pretty unanimously, it is Derby County. And that's because 10 of the 11 content creators had predicted Derby to finish in rock bottom. The only content creator who did not predict Derby to finish rock bottom was actually Thogdad, although he did predict Derby to finish in 23rd. So that is not really too much of an improvement. Overall, pretty unanimously, Derby are going to be last. Now, in terms of 23rd and 22nd, this is interesting because we have the same amount of total points between these two teams, Peterborough and Huddersfield. Now, the reason why I've got Huddersfield a little bit higher is that I decided to base my prediction on whichever of the two teams had the highest ranking finish. Now, Huddersfield, as you can see from one of the admins of the Championship Away Fans, they predicted them in 18th place rather than Peterborough, where their highest finish predicted is 19th place. So that is why Huddersfield are a little bit above Peterborough. Overall, I've predicted both these sides to be around there, both only 1 place off of my actual predictions, so my table's not looking too dissimilar at the moment. In 21st place, it is Blackpool. Now, this one's a little bit different from my prediction because I predicted Blackpool to have an alright season to finish in 18th place. Although, 2 of the content creators do predict Blackpool to go down. Thogdad predicting Blackpool to go down rock bottom, which is, I think, very bold, but actually not too bad of a shout. But also, one of the admins of the Championship Away Fans account is also predicting Blackpool to get relegated also. In terms of the highest predictions, Hitc Sport and Benjamin Bloom have predicted the highest finish for Blackpool in 17th place, which I think is very interesting overall. Quite a large variety of predictions there. In 20th place is Bristol City. Once again, quite different from my prediction. I predicted Bristol City to finish in 16th place. And obviously, quite a fair few people are predicting them to do a little bit worse off. Now, I've actually have got the highest predicted finish for Bristol City alongside with Ben HD, where both him and I predicted Bristol City to finish in 16th. Everyone else, though, lower than 16th. And even the 2 Championship Away Fans admins and Matt SB are predicting Bristol City to get relegated in 23rd place, which is why I think Bristol City will push quite low. Don't know if they will get relegated, but they need to fix their home form when they can. In 19th place, it is Preston. Now, I predicted Preston to finish 20th, so that's 1 place higher from what I finished. So overall, I think most of the people around here definitely are thinking around the same sort of area. Although we do have a bit of a variety of results. The highest predicted finish is from Thogden, where he predicted Preston to finish in 13th place. And the lowest prediction is actually Matt SB, where he's predicted Preston to get relegated in 22nd place. So definitely a bit of a variety. So I think this one is definitely going to shock everyone, especially if Preston do somehow exceed all of our expectations and even go away from the lower league, relegation battle area, where I think most of us predicted Preston to finish in. Hull City in 18th is very interesting because I predicted Hull to finish in 23rd, and by quite a fair way, I had actually predicted Hull to finish the lowest out of the 11 content creators. So I've got to apologise to Hull fans. So one positive I'll say, 10 other championship content creators have a lot more faith in you for what I have. That's all I'll say. But I'm not the only ones predicting Hull to go down. Thogden is predicting Hull to go down. Benjamin Bloom is also predicting Hull to go down also. So that's 3 out of the 11 predicting Hull to get relegated. But most of the predictions is around 21st and sometimes a little bit higher. I think the reason why Hull aren't even lower is because Hitc Sport is predicting Hull to be automatically promoted in 2nd. That's got to be one of the most outlandish predictions I've ever seen. Either genius or stupid, and we'll find out near the end of the season. In 17th place is Coventry. Now, I predicted Coventry to finish in 17th, so that definitely matches my overall prediction. In terms of the lowest predicted finish, that goes to Blackburn Rovers, but he's predicting Coventry to get relegated. I think Coventry's a weird one because I think the squad on paper is not the strongest, but I think their team spirit will be enough to get them over the line. And overall, there's been very few people that have actually predicted Coventry to finish in around 20th. I think it was only James Lawrence Alcott who was the only other content creator to actually predict Coventry to be 20th place or lower. The rest of us have been going on around this mid-table position. I don't think any of them have actually predicted Coventry to finish top half either. So overall, I think very, very similar predictions from all 11 of us. In 16th place is Blackburn Rovers. Now, I predicted Blackburn to finish 19th, so that's 3 places higher for what I predicted them. So I wouldn't necessarily agree with that, especially when I made my table. Although, what we do have is quite a variety of picks. So James Lawrence Alcott, but also Blackburn Rovers are predicting Blackburn to finish in 10th. Now, that could be Rovers being a little bit biased, but I think Alcott is probably thinking about Ben Brereton Diaz, maybe him having a breakout season. Overall, definitely a big variety as well of positions there. I think it's only Ben HD who's actually predicted Blackburn to finish a little bit lower for what I have done. Once again, might be a little bit of bias being a Preston fan, but at the same time, it's very similar predictions. In 15th place is Reading overall, and that is what I have predicted as well. Now, once again, a bit of a variety, and we're actually getting some predictions now in the top half. So in terms of the creators predicting Reading to finish in the top half, you're looking at HITC Sport with the 12th, you're looking at Blackburn Rovers with 11th also. The lowest predicted finish for Reading is from Thogden, where he's predicted Reading to finish in 17th. Which I really don't think is a bad shout based on their really poor start to the season so far. I think definitely a lot of us were thinking Reading were going to have a drop-off, but it's very difficult to scale how much that drop-off is going to be. And I think Thogden could potentially be onto something. In terms of 14th, it's Birmingham. I predicted Birmingham to finish 14th as well, so that's another ultimate overall prediction that agrees with my original prediction. Now, the highest predicted finish was on HITC Sport, who actually predicted Birmingham to be in the top 6. You don't know, there could be a wild card if it gets some consistency around. James Lawrence Alcott's also predicted a top half finish 9th place, which I think is a very unusual position you tend to see Birmingham, especially from their past couple of seasons. But you get this sense that there's a real feel-good factor going on at Birmingham at the moment, and I thought 14th at the time might be too high as well, but right now, they're in or around that position at the table. In fact, if anything, a bit higher so far. So, right now, they could surprise people, Birmingham, especially if they keep this consistency up. Next, we've got Stoke City in 13th. Now, that's a little bit different to my prediction. I predicted Stoke to be in 10th place. So, the big reason why there's a drop-off is we're going back to HITC Sport, making the outlandish predictions of Hull getting promoted. He's also made an outlandish prediction in Stoke getting relegated in 22nd place. Now, I don't know what was more likely, seeing Hull promoted or Stoke relegated. You let me know in the comments down below, but I think that prediction definitely ruined Stoke's chances of finishing anywhere high, because the points are so incredibly close. They really, really are, to be honest. Coming in at 12th, it is Barnsley. So Barnsley in 12th, which is what I have originally predicted as well. The highest predicted finish was from Benjamin Bloom, where he's predicted Barnsley to finish 7th. No top 6 finish though from the 11 of us. In terms of the lowest predicted finish, you're going to have to give that award to the other Championship away fan admin, where they predicted Barnsley to finish all the way down in 19th, which is quite a drop off. From what I've seen, I don't think they'll get around 19th. I think mid-table sounds about right for Barnsley this year. In 11th place is Luton Town. I predicted them to finish in 9th place, so that's a little bit different to what I have originally predicted with Luton. Once again, very different predictions. Hitc Sport by far predicting the lowest finish for Luton in 16th place. In terms of the highest predicted finish, you're going to have to look at the 2 Championship away fans admins with 8th place. And I believe it is only myself, Ben HG and Blackburn Rovers who have actually been the other 3 content creators to predict Luton in the top 10. So 5 content creators predict Luton to be top 10. The other 6, a little bit lower than top 10. In terms of 9th place, Nottingham Forest. Now, I think the 11 of us are going to look back at this prediction, especially if Forest continue to slump in the season, but it might be a silly prediction in the end. So, I predicted Forest to be in 11th, so they have actually predicted Forest a bit higher overall from what I have predicted them, which I'd rather it be as low as it can. Now, definitely the most confident and best finished prediction is from Blackburn Rovers, where he predicted Nottingham Forest to finish in 7th, just outside the top 6, which is quite interesting. You've also got James Lawrence Alcott, who's also predicted Nottingham Forest to finish in 8th. So, those are the 2 that really stand out to me. Thogden also predicted Forest to be in the top 10. There's quite a few disgusting shouts there, so definitely Forest might be one we might need to reevaluate come near the end of the season. 8th place is Mealwood. I have predicted Mealwood to finish 8th place in my table, so that is something that my table agrees with the ultimate championship table there. The lowest finish is 13th place from Blackburn Rovers. Highest finish is Benjamin Bloom and the 1 championship away fan admin predicting Mealwood to be in the top 6. So there's only 2 of the 11 content creators predicting Mealwood to be in the top 6, which I think is interesting. We've got quite a lot of people predicting Mealwood in top 10. Myself, Thogden, Thogdad, Benjamin Bloom, of course. We've also got Hitc Sport, Ben HD, the 2 Championship away fan admins also predicting Mealwood to be in at least the top 10. So I think that is a definitely realistic prediction when we look at Mealwood like that. 7th place is Middlesbrough. Now, also, I predicted Middlesbrough to finish in the same position as the ultimate table. So I think the ultimate table is agreeing with a lot of my picks, which might be a good sign. It could potentially be a really, really good sign. Now, definitely very different predictions for what I know. We're seeing some people predicting them in the top 6. Thogden predicting Middlesbrough to finish in 4th place. We're seeing James Lawrence Alcott for Middlesbrough finishing in 5th place. We're seeing Ben HD with Middlesbrough being in 6th place. So a couple of people predicting Middlesbrough to be in the top 6. I think they'll just fall short a little bit based on the players and based on the start as well. I don't think they're striking me yet as a team that can compete, but they can definitely turn their form around. I definitely think Middlesbrough have got the potential for that. 5th place, QPR. Once again, I predicted the same prediction that the ultimate table has shown for that team. Now, once again, very, very different predictions there. The lowest predicted finish is from Hitc Sport and 1 of the Championship away fan admins that are not predicting QPR to be in the top 6. And I believe everyone else has predicted QPR to be in the top 6, but none of them have predicted QPR to be automatically promoted. So the overall average points is very, very close actually between all of the 11 predictions. The highest finish coming from Blackburn Rovers, who's put QPR in 3rd, which I think is quite a shout actually based on how they're doing right now. In 4th place is Sheffield United. Just like with Forest, might be one we might need to consider. I mean, I predicted Sheffield United finishing 2nd, which I'm already looking at is quite an embarrassing prediction on my part. But I'm not the only one though. Benjamin Bloom also predicted Sheffield United in 2nd. Blackburn Rovers has also predicted Sheffield United to finish 2nd too. We've also got some 3rd place ones, Matt SB, Ben HD, Thogden. They've all predicted Sheffield United to finish 3rd. But people that have not predicted a good season for Sheffield United outside the top 6 include Thogden also HITC Sport. I think those two were definitely the braver of everyone else there, and they definitely will get their reward for it if Sheffield United do not improve their season. We've now made it to the top 3 already. Third place is Bournemouth. Now, I predicted Bournemouth to finish in 4th. They've gone up 1 place in 3rd. Very different predictions again. Now, I don't think anyone's predicted Bournemouth to finish outside of the top 6 based of them getting Scott Parker in and the squad that they've got. Now, we have got a couple of content creators predicting Bournemouth to go up automatically, and they include Thogden, and it includes the 2 Championship away fan admins and Matt SB, which I think is very, very interesting. The rest of us have predicted Bournemouth to be in the top 6, and I think they should be based on the squad and the manager. Right now they're just outside, but I think with 46 games, I think they'll definitely fulfill that. It just depends which exact position they finish in. So now we've only got 2 teams left. I think they're going to be very obvious which 2 teams were going to get the top 2. Second place was West Brom with only 24 points, but Fulham edge out West Brom in 1st with only picking up 22 points. Now, let's count all the people that predicted Fulham to win the championship. We have got myself, Thogden, Thogdad, Benjamin Bloom, HITC Sport, Ben HD, one of the championship away fans. So that's 7 out of the 11 content creators predicting Fulham to be 1st. The most interesting predictions for me is from Blackburn Rovers and Matt SB predicting Fulham to finish as low as 5th, which I think is a very interesting shout. Now, in terms of the content creators predicting West Brom to finish 1st, we have got James Lawrence Alcott, Blackburn Rovers, and we've got the other championship away fan with Matt SB. So actually, this is an interesting fact. There are only 2 teams that all 11 content creators have predicted to finish 1st, and that's either been Fulham or West Brom. The 22 other championship teams have not even been predicted to finish in 1st, which I think is quite interesting. But I think overall, that is what I wanted to say in this video today. I think a very interesting sort of video, and this is what the ultimate or average championship table looks like based on over 250 table predictions. If you do want to see me featured in any of these channels in the long term or in the future, please do make sure you give this video a like, and please share this video to the content creators that I have involved in this video today. Please also hit that subscribe button if you're new. It does really help. We're trying to get to 800 subscribers as soon as we can. But I think now we'll wrap it up for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are legendary. If you saw the end of this video. And as always, I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.